about my love for Bold and the Beautiful, because apparently nobody actually watches that show except for me, so that was really difficult. So I was going to perform for you guys tonight, but unfortunately today I was struck down with an uncomfortable bit of gastro. So thankfully, one of my dear old friends has been on tour throughout Eastern Australia, come up from Victoria, from Melbourne, and he thought that he would jump at this opportunity to come and test something out with you guys. So I will leave most of the introduction up to him, but I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my good friend, Dalefish Rebecchi Stone.
Woo! Feels like this not very good. Oh yes.
Maybe neighbours complain. You know? G'day, I'm Dale. What is up? Let's hear it for Joby, guys. What a treat! What a treat! Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joby.
Yeah.
Woo!
Look, I know Joby too. I actually met her about 8 years ago. She was living at this backpackers that I'm actually a cleaner at. Sorry guys, my name's Dalefish Rebecchi Stone. You may notice a resemblance. So anyway, she was staying at this backpackers. She was really depressed and lonely, and like, I'm a cleaner there, so obviously I've got a key to everyone's rooms, and when I'd come in and clean, she'd always be asleep, and I'd be like, "Oi, Jones, you gotta wake up, man, life is happening, you've got to embrace it." She'd be like, "Oh, shut up, Dale." But I got her out of bed every day. Didn't succeed in getting her into bed, but that's all right because we're here now, friends forever. So I'd like to ask you guys what you think the #1 tourist importing landmark in Australia is. Uluru. Okay, look, yeah, you might think that, but it's not right. What else?
Neighbours.
Neighbours.
Mate, mate, you are onto the right track. But what is it? It's Ramsay Street. You know, Ramsay Street is the place where it all happens. And like, I just wish that I lived on Ramsay Street. But I actually live in a place called Cockatoo in Victoria. It's pretty bogan, but it's a nice time. But anyway, there's regular tours of backpackers along Ramsay Street, and at the backpackers hostel that I clean at, there's, you know, some lovely English blokes always staying there, going on these tours. And one morning I was cleaning up, and one of the guys, he was like, he's from England, and like, I'm not very good with accents, but he was like, "Oh, You look like that bloke, Toadfish. I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. Because like I've been working on a mully. And so I was like, yeah, I kind of guess you were. Righto. It was like, you could be on Neighbours, you could live on Ramsay Street. And I went home and I started to do some research and I looked up this Toadfish Rebecchi character and like we've got so much in common, right? Like, you know, people might say that he's an overweight pervert and people like Jobs might say that I'm an overweight pervert. So like, I thought, how can I make money from this? This genius idea, which, you know, another similarity, because Toadfish has actually got an IQ of 130. Apparently that's pretty high. So like, I don't know that I have that, but I thought, yeah, maybe I could get onto Neighbours, because like, everyone's grown up watching Neighbours, right? Like, who here watches Neighbours?
Yeah.
And Jamie told me you guys were a tough crowd. You guys are fucking un-Australian. Fuck. Here goes another whole act. Anyway, I'm going to give it a go, but the stars of Neighbours are actually on tour, a Westfield tour at the moment, doing signings and stuff like that, and the dude that plays Toadie, he didn't go, so I'm like, this is my in, and I think it's really important, because like none of you will get this, but like Toadie used to be a real bad guy, like back when he had the mullet, and he was just always getting into trouble, like smoking darts and stuff like that, so they kind of cleaned his act up and he became a lawyer, and like he reckons he's got a constitutional right to humour, and I reckon that I do too, and I reckon we carry that on, and like I reckon they should change Toadie back to the larrikin that he is, because that's truly Aussie. So I'm gonna go to Westfield in Brizzy tomorrow, and I'm gonna convince them to hire me instead of that Ryan Maloney baloney, and so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give you a taste of what it is. So, lovely lady, is watch Neighbours. You know a bit about Toadie? Oh yeah. Do you know how many times he's been married? 3 times. That's fucking right. Yeah. Lovely lady at the front. Yeah. All right. Does anyone know what happened to his first wife? She crashed and went over a cliff. Here's the evidence right here. This is their Commodore. I'm not sure if you can see her veil flying out the window as they crash over the cliff. So what I'm going to do for you guys tonight is I'm going to reenact that crash. So I'm just going to put this up here. And I know that I was meant to be lightening the mood and stuff, but like everyone does lose the love of their life, including Toadfish. Now I'm not saying that he drank and drive, but it makes sense. Alright. Could we just cue like a little bit of Neighbours music just to like get us in the zone?
Yep, coming, boss.
How's my mullet look?
On point.
A whole week of whatever your heart desires. You've got the most beautiful smile. Kiss me, wife. Thanks. Where is she? Can you tell him to hurry up? She's been out there for a while. She's probably going to be getting cold. Make sure they find her. Hold on. What are you doing? Can't give up yet. She's a good swimmer. She's probably out there on the shore. She's probably out there somewhere hiding or playing a game or something, and she's gonna come back, and then she's gonna be in big trouble. No. She needs someone to wait for her. I'm gonna wait. He didn't wait. He goes home. He finds a letter under his pillow. My darling, darling one, I'm alone in our room because you've just gone to the pub. How unusual. Suddenly quiet for the first time in months, it feels like. Tomorrow, I shall make my public promise to you, my darling, and we'll be joined together forever and ever, and I can't wait. Did you know that when I see you unexpectedly, like around the corner or across the street, I get a little gasp in my knees, and I go to water. A tiny moment. It's getting worse every day. What am I going to be like when I'm 64? Your mum's calling me, so I'll finish for now. Maybe I'll slip this under your pillow tomorrow after you leave for the wedding, like the Tooth Fairy. All my love, for all my life, my darling, forever, D.